Hi. I asked you guys how I should respond to your comments, and the majority decided that I should make a video about it. And you know what? This is how I'm going to do it from now on. I'm gonna upload a well-edited video about any topic, and then 1 to 2 weeks later, I will make a more casual style comment answer video thing like this. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I will still answer your comments in the comments section, but I got over 400 comments. This is the first time I experienced something like that. So sorry if I can't answer them all. I also won't answer them all in this video. This video is more about a different phenomenon that I noticed. Many of you wrote comments about the same topics, and I'm going to talk about them, rather than answering every single one individually. That would be insanely redundant. And with that being said, let's start with... I have no structure for that. First, let me address the elephant in the room. In my video I said that Sucker Punch did a great job at portraying Japanese culture, but then many of you wrote comments about how the portrayal of Japanese culture in this game is also historically inaccurate. Here's the thing. I messed up getting my point across. What I meant was that Sucker Punch did a great job for foreigners making a respectful piece of media about Japan. Not that it was historically accurate. That's at least how I perceived it. That the Japanese loved how respectful these non-Japanese people portrayed their culture. Don't get me wrong, you guys are right. When you look at the historical facts, then Ghost of Tsushima is nothing more than a romanticized fantasy. And due to this fuck up, I learned some interesting new things. Like most of the stuff in the game, like the armors are from the wrong time period, or that the Bushido Codex wasn't really a thing in this time. Which is kinda funny to be honest, because the main plot of the game revolves around that. But still, this was miscommunication by my side, and I apologize if I caused some confusion, but I'm still happy that my overall point came across. Next, another miscommunication case. This is again 100% my fault, and this is in the 300 part of the video. I said that dark-skinned people weren't really prominent in the Achaemenid Empire, and again, I messed up getting my point across. What I meant with that was that the Achaemenid Empire was big, and it conquered parts of Africa, but only a teeny tiny part of this massive continent. What I meant was that most people in the empire came from areas around Persia and Central Asia. Not that dark-skinned people didn't exist, just that they were a smaller population. So again, sorry, big L on my part. Next, Fadia Faraji. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a huge fan of his works. And he inspired me to make videos about cultures. So if you don't know him and like my content, then check him out. I also used much of his music in my video. Next, something that confused me to be honest. Some of you started arguing about what my ethnicity might be. Some asked if I'm Turkish, which I presume is because I talked about Turkic cultures. But at the same time there were no comments asking whether I am Greek or Iranian. Some guessed that I might be from Central Asia. One even wrote that I might be Japanese. In reality, I am... I won't tell you that. All you gotta know is that I'm from Germany. Which some of you figured out from my accent, but it's also in my channel bio. Next, there are comments that say that a creator of a piece of media about a historical event doesn't need to educate the consumers. And I understand that. Like others said, it's hard to make something in this direction 100% historically accurate. But my point was that Ghost of Tsushima and 300 failed at the bare minimum. But I'm sure that mostly all of you understood that. But some people... Yeah. Next. I wrote a comment in which I asked you guys if you could give me examples of how media unjustly portrays other cultures, so I could make a video about them. You gave me some cultures, and I decided to delete this comment. Why? I don't know how to explain this really well, but after looking at some of the cultures that you suggested, I realized that I asked something too big of you. Because learning about a culture takes a while. Like someone wanted me to make a video about the Aztec. I don't know anything about them, but I saw that their history is long and complicated. I would start at zero, learning about something massive. So I decided to stick to the stuff I know. So sorry if I gave you hopes for a video. Again, big L on my part. But overall, the comment section under my video was very positive. I got comments from Greeks talking about how they hate that people romanticize their culture. Comments from Turks who thanked me about talking about Turkic culture. I thank all of you for the support and all the positive comments. And the new subscribers. I've been doing YouTube for nearly 10 years now, uploading random videos about all kinds of stuff, but I was never satisfied by what I did. But now, I think I found my style and niche. Again, I thank all of you. And not to forget, you guys voted, and the next video will be about the Viking culture that isn't Viking. Also, I made a Twitter account where you can write me DMs. I say that because some of you probably watched my video about fictional miners. And somebody who watched this video added me in Marvel Rivals and told me some stuff that was too private for the comment section. I don't know what else to say, so this is the end of the video.